Welcome to Commander Pop Culture, a place to gather magical information with some laughs, might I add. Hello everyone, welcome. I'm playing the Necrobloom, which are called Victory Bell because it looks just like the Pokemon. 2 lands and Steve, we can make that work. I'm playing somewhere around 40 lands, so I should draw into them pretty consistently. I'm playing against Tegwyll, Doran, and Kynaios and Tiro. Be interested to see what these guys are playing. The left player is the fairy deck. The middle player likes to play big butt creatures because they deal damage equal to toughness. You could get away with some pretty sweet efficiency, especially nowadays. When Doran first came out, it was a little bit ahead of its time, but in today's day and age, I think he's super strong because creatures have just gotten more efficient as time passed. Kynaios and Tiro, it's a 4-color deck, so I'll probably be devoting a good chunk of my attention towards that person's way. You have to be kind of careful about these. Like, even though they kind of hook people up with a favor, it can be kind of dangerous because they get both. They get both a land and a draw, while we get a choice between the two. They usually just do the civic thing and then close out with red or white stuff as like helper colors. From a opponent's standpoint, you should always choose to draw a card 90% of the time because seeing more cards gives you more options versus if you elect to just ramp a land, you have to have a very specific reason to do it. If you have a particular card you want to get down early, that's just fine. As Lobby said 7 or 8, we'll see how my budget list fares. I built this for under $100 way back when. I don't know if it retained its price when I originally built this. I fell behind because went to Minnesota, went to a wedding, saw my dad for Father's Day. Then I went to Command Fest, and now I've been just trying to slowly get back in the swing of things. But honestly, playing against 7 or 8s is kind of what I want to be playing against anyways with my decks, because I want to show people that you can be competitive and not be breaking your wallet at the same time. It's pretty good against me. Make a lot of tokens at a certain point, and a rampant growth. Little player's gotten a lot of mana. Hopefully he doesn't find the second half equation of drawing cards, because then it'll be hard for us to catch up. Like, honestly, people that dump out their hands is not a big deal to me personally. It's when they have a lot of mana and card advantage, particularly card advantage that's on a recurable piece like an engine. Then I get a little nervous. Drawing cards is king. Hopefully I draw a land, because then I can follow with Oracle and maybe make another land drop off the top of my library. I got a lot of green pips, so force. Guess I needed to be more specific and wished for a untapped source. Ain't that how the cookie crumbles?
I am very disappointed!
Because the right player is playing stuff like Soul Warden, makes me think that this is a more of a controlled list, and that they don't run a whole lot of creatures, and they're just padding their total. Probably run a lot of board wipes. You don't see people run Darksteel Ingot. Wonder why that's in there. It has to be because it's indestructible, so it kind of makes me wonder if they have destruction shenanigans. And he's hitting me. I don't know, maybe he figures I'm in second place because I represent the second most amount of lands in play. And he knows that at a certain point I'll just be able to chump block his creatures pretty effectively. Might be another reason why. Named off the top. Could follow up with Beastmaster Ascension and really paint a target on my back. Tiller Engine's all excited about my hand here. Hopefully I find one of my fetch lands, one of my budget-friendly ones, and then I could start looping it with Ancient Greed Warden and really be off to the races. Fortunately, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get beat on for another 5 damage. My commander is also incredibly popular. It's probably the most popular commander from MH3, so that also garners some bad blood. Come on, Ancient Green War with Tiller Engine. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, it's hitting me again. What a shocker. Tree of Perdition. This might be a fast game for me. I wonder if he swaps it with one of the other 2 players, like the one that's gained a bunch of life. That's the most value. Yep.
Pissing everybody off today, huh?
I guess that was a great equalizer for all the life he was gaining. Make him a little uncomfortable. I sense a board wipe coming though. He's got double white. Fortunately, I'm not too committed to this board. I only got my Oracle down. Okay, detaining everything, so none of this stuff can attack now or activate abilities. That's pretty nice. This could be a bait. He wants to fill our boards up. If he had the board wipe in hand and this at the same time, it's a good idea to do this first, because then we commit more to the board and his board wipe gets a little bit more juicier. Starting to believe more and more that this is a control list based on the more things we see from him. Oh, this ability affects everybody, including my 2/7. Nah. That's pretty scary. I really don't want to commit more to the board. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Kynaios and Tiro also have a big butt, don't they? 2 and 8. Yeah, have some fun. Out of fear of someone having instant removal, I should lead off with a land first. If I would have played Slunking first, then they could have denied me a bunch of zombie triggers, but it doesn't look like anybody does have it, so I could play into things a little more freely here. Could just tap things. I like that too. There's a lot of big butts out here. Yeah, I do double the triggers. That's awesome. Fortunately, I still haven't found one of my fetch lands, otherwise I'd be really going to town out here. 7 commander damage. Since I ended up not using this mana anyways, maybe I should have tapped this down and kept the zombie around. I feel like this fairy player is playing very cautiously. A little afraid to be aggressive towards anybody, it feels like, because the crackback would be a little harsh. And these might be 3/2s, but because of Doran, they'd only be inflicting 2 damage to me if they were to come my way. So I figured he's just gonna passively play the game. He could have an Aetherize or one of those other bounce all, depending on if they're attacking kind of blue spells. I'll have cards in hand. Next attack, my Beastmaster Essential will be turned on because it turns on whenever a creature attacks before damage is dealt. So my zombies are about to be 7/7s real soon. Rumbleweed, that's a bit of a bummer. Now my stuff will get really big. I just don't have any lands in my graveyard, so it's very expensive. Well, let's just go to combat, see what happens. Figured. Cyclonic. Well, this is why you declare attacks first, because I have all this mana to fall on main phase 2 now. It's not as bad. It would have been a lot worse if I played a bunch of shit beforehand. We note this at the top of my library. So, oh man, his position's got a heck of a lot worse. Play all the known variables first. Play Spelunking first. See if we get past that non-land pocket. I feel bad for this middle player now. There's no way that they could dump 7 cards from their hand. It's just a bunch of rocks. They could play maybe 2 or 3 of them, and then they have to discard close to 5 cards. And I'm just going to keep on taxing this right player. This is what they're going to do. They're just going to keep wiping the board over and over again and go. They draw on their main phase 1, and then they draw on their end step from their commander. It's one of the best go commanders you could possibly have if you're interested in playing control. So I need to tax his hand as much as I can. Oh man, that counters the left player pretty hard. Thinks a flying can't attack. He's down a bunch of mana, so I'm gonna path this to deny him a card and tie up his mana for next turn. It's a nice little tempo play. I want to find some lands though. Village rights. Man, I really want to shuffle my library. Kind of get annoyed by this a little bit. I could waste my Timeless. It seems stupid, but I want to do something. I don't have my Beastmaster down, so no sense in beating on the folks that are behind. It might have been worth using my Inviscerous Insight main phase 1 to find some more lands. Could have used it on my Timeless and strung some cards along. My Necrobloom does 7 damage again, but I think in terms of the long haul, messing with this guy over here is worth it. Gamble with 2 cards in hand. That could be a little risky.
I'm a gambling man by nature.
Time Twister, that's the card. All right, in case you all don't know, you could play Time Twister on here for under $5. That's how sweet Moto is, a $10,000 card for less than $5. So now I'm starting to think that the Starlight Tithe is a engine piece. Ooh, I got a Nature's Claim on top of my library. Can't cast it, but it's there. And I redrew my Beastmaster Ascension. That's good. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays an extra turn spell and we do this again. Or I wouldn't be surprised if we just lose the game. Fresh 7, all the man in the world. Well, if he didn't have an extra turn spell, he does now. He's gonna activate the Temple Bell and draw it. Or it's another stupid wheel. Each player draws X cards. You can make us draw 18. Drew an answer to the Smothering Tide. Due to Tempo Bell. Fairy player left, just an instant. Oh, figured. See if I drew an answer. Wow, saw 21 cards, not a destroy enchantment option. I'm pretty sure we've lost, and I wonder if even doing all this is worth our time. Okay, well it says I won, but this guy left, and I guess this guy did too. I don't think I won by any means. I think this guy drew everything he needed to win the game and just left. I had fun playing the deck. For when I got to play my turns. That was the list of Victory Bell. I made a deck tech for this list. It was under $100 last time I looked at it. I don't know if it's still that way because it's been a couple of weeks since I built this list. Some good news I want to share with all of you. I'm at 823 subscribers, so I passed the 800 mark. I want to thank all my subs and all of you that have watched and enjoyed. Get plenty more gameplay videos to come. I'm gonna do some Assassin's Creed deck techs and gameplay too. That comes out July 5th. I hope everyone has a great 4th of July. I hope everyone that is of age drinks responsibly and has a plan for if they do go out and drink, have a way of getting home. No, that's about it. So everyone take care. Have a great night. Bye.